Hey everybody, it's Positive Benzo Withdrawal, and I decided to make a video today. I'm walking on my beautiful trail. I've showed it in other videos. And I've been sick with the flu for, today's day 7. And I just wanted to make a video on what happens to our bodies for a lot of people who are in benzo withdrawal or post-acute like me, which I would say I'm in the pause phase, post-acute withdrawal syndrome. I've had a lot of really good days and amazing windows, and yeah, it's been quite incredible to see my body repair and heal and get faculties back that I didn't have for quite some time. And I'm realizing just how sensitive my body still is from the whole ordeal, because during the flu I've gotten some symptoms that have returned, like massive anxiety that just seems really weird because I've had the flu my whole life, every year, and I've never had anxiety attacks during the flu. And there's a part of me that wonders, is this actually... Oh, I better hold this up because I know it gets windy here, so you can see the coastal line. It's quite gorgeous. But my question is this actually withdrawal still? Because I did a slow taper over 18 months. I took a year to go from 0.25 to 0.002. Which is, a very long, slow taper. I held a lot. I did a symptom-based taper. And then I was finally at 0.002, which is like a crumb. So I feel like I've withdrawn, right? Like I'm off the drug. It's out of my system. And so my question is, and now it's been 4.5 months, almost 5 months. Is this still withdrawal, or is this the memory of withdrawal? Which is how panic and anxiety can work. From at least the research and reading that I've done, it tends to be like you have an anxiety attack somewhere, like a mall or an airplane or a closet or wherever, and then when you go back, the body has a memory of that and does it all over again because you have that fear response. Your amygdala fires and shoots out a bunch of adrenaline and cortisol and tries to tell you to get out of there and run. And so my question is, you have to see this. See the beach? Can you see that? The little beach over there. Is this actually just a memory of the feeling? So the flu, to me, feels just like benzo withdrawal, right? Like derealization, depersonalization, loopy, trippy thoughts, being in bed, missing out on activities. And by the way, this was during the Christmas holidays where I was supposed to go away for the first time in so long because I had been sick for so long in withdrawal. And so missing out, so many of the qualities that I had in withdrawal. I had a lot of benzo flu kind of experiences in withdrawal. And so I'm wondering, did all of this ramp up? Did I rev up? Did my anxiety rev up because I was actually having a memory of what it was like and I got scared, thinking, oh shit, I'm going back into withdrawal. I'd be curious people's thoughts on that. I know that there's a big push towards, we have, there's obviously PAWS, post-acute withdrawal syndrome, which, has been studied and researched, and it's like a thing. And I did have it when I got off methadone years ago. I had that 20 years ago. I had that for 18 months, a full 18 months of it. So I do agree that that's a thing. Then there's also theories that, it takes 2 years to fully heal after getting off of benzo, no matter how slow you've tapered, or that everyone's different. I also have friends who got off and are doing fine, a month later. So we're all different. I get that. And then there's also this whole theory of anxiety, right? Because that's been the main symptom for me during the flu, was this increase of anxiety and actually having panic attacks, which I have had one almost every day for the whole time. Like literally a panic attack where my heart's racing, everything revs up. I'm using the Dare app, icing, you know, and then having some kind of release, whether it's like crying or freaking out, and then it passes, right? So like classic panic attack. And is that just, again, what I was saying before, is like this memory, because I've had a lot of health anxiety during the flu too, of like, oh, maybe it's not the flu, maybe it's something else, maybe I need to go to the ER, like all these sort of like anxiety thoughts, and then I have this panic attack. So I'm not totally sure if it is in fact related to the benzo withdrawal, but how do we know? I mean, we're intricate, complex beings, and it could totally be related to that. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I thought I would make a video. I'm having my symptoms right now, definitely some derealization. It's funny because I've walked this path a million times in withdrawal. I feel so similar. It's crazy. The thing that I keep telling myself, you guys, is like, if this is a wave and I'm back in a wave after 4.5 months of being relatively better, like I'm not going to say it was all good. There were some bumpy times and definitely had waves. But a pretty good solid month of like a pretty awesome feeling of like, holy crap, I think I'm healed. But, you know, of course I'm not going to like celebrate that yet, because, you know, I'm going to give it like a full year, 2 years before I'm like, I'm out, you know. But there was definitely moments where I'm like, wow, I feel so normal. Even if I'm back in a wave, you know, with the flu, I think what I need to tell myself, because I have had a lot of health anxiety, is like, this will pass. This is part of it, right? Like, this is part of the healing process. This is the pattern. And I could be in it for a month. And, you know, the good news, you guys, is that I have so many coping skills. Like, I've made 2 hats. I mean, this for me, one for my partner, that's pretty awesome. I made a knitted flower. I'm like, I'm going to learn how to do something totally new. Learn how to knit a flower. It's not wonderful, but it's a start. And my family and everybody was really kind about me missing out on the holidays. My partner has been like serving me soup and tea and just being really good to me. My birthday was during this time. I spent the whole day of my birthday in bed and got treated like a queen. So, you know, that's the good news, is that we have been doing this for a long time. We've done this before. We know how to kind of fall into line, get with the program. You know, mom is down for a while. My kid went to stay with grandma because I think I got sick from him. He had a cold. I didn't think it was a flu. This is more of like a flu, but or whatever. Maybe it's a wave. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for now. What are your thoughts? Didn't honestly think I was going to be making another video so soon after my last one, which was all like cheery and yay, and again, my mood has been kind of down in the dumps throughout all this, and I know that making videos has always helped me in the past. It's always good to hear your guys' comments, and let me know your thoughts. Pieces, everybody. I might be back again in a few days with an update. Okay.